Hello, biological channel. Let me repeat, biological channel. It's now episode 4 of the continuation of this description of the banality of evil that is pervasive in our culture. And I'm getting a lot of noises off from that direction from people, fag motherfuckers just shooting guns for no reason. You also hear some, anyway, at the last episode I'm going to have to clip off to upload it. I'm going to have to clip off almost half a minute, so I'm going to go back and reiterate. I'm going to smoke. Please, I'm on my own property. You know, some people say alcoholics drink in private. You know what? I'm not even going to hide that. I dropped the camera. Yeah, all these goddamn pill popping nurses and fucking junkies and shit like that, and Baptists and shit like that. They say that one of the characteristics of alcoholism is drinking in private. No, I just don't drink in public. And here in Texas, we have an old saying, an old joke, that you never go fishing with one Baptist, you always go fishing with two. Now, if you're a native Texan, you would understand that, because if you only take one Baptist, they will empty your beer box in no time. You take two Baptists, you get to have all your beer to yourself, because the one Baptist covers the other Baptist. I'm going to go back to Bruno Shimek. I think it's actually Bruno Allen Shimek is the full name. But that motherfucker fucked me up and down. You know, I got arrested in Maine based on a fugitive from justice warrant out of Texas on a issued September 11th, 2002, not 2001. And I told Judge Gunther, I said, I don't pay fines, and I'm going back voluntarily. And she actually said, Mr. Kruger, it's not a problem. It's possession of less than 5 pounds of marijuana in the state of Maine is not a felony or a crime, and we're not going to cooperate with the state of Texas because they're all a bunch of fucking homo commies up there anyway. And Judge Gunther, I'd already studied. She was a recovering alcoholic who used to do her guilt work at St. John's Church, feeding the homeless or poor one Saturday every month. And she was the one that would scrape and wash the pots and pans. She had been in the back furiously fucking cleaning shut up, and I scoped her out. I showed up like a homeless person and found out that Judge Gunther was in the back. All those beautiful young girls serving us, oh yeah, but Judge Gunther was in the back doing multiple hours of just furious work to cover up the fact that she drove drunk, just like Rosemary Limburg, the 26-year assistant district attorney of Travis County, Texas, Austin, Texas, who was finally caught bouncing off of cars and Jersey walls and arrested, and they had to be put in a spit mask and a 5-point restraint while she was screaming, "Call Greg, the sheriff," to use her power, her banality of evil, to get out of it. Now I'm going to continue on with Bruno Shimek, because I believe in burning bridges. When somebody really fucks you over, you know, this past month or so, I literally, because Bruno did not give me, Bruno knew first. He had at least an 11-hour advantage over knowing the fact that I've been indicted by a fucking lesbian who had impaneled a grand jury of lesbian, alcoholic, pill-popping, Bavitry, cunt-licking fucking losers, single women, no husbands, to indict me after 3 years after my arrest, which is beyond all legal limitations. You got to indict within 80 days, and then you have less than 18 months to bring to trial. And yet it still happened. And they forced that bitch, Joan Scroggins. Everybody in this county thinks you're a lesbian because we've never seen you with a man. You've never had a boyfriend. You've never been married. You used to be a bleeding heart liberal criminal defender, and then you turn into a castrating, killer, bloodthirsty, allegedly conservative, but you only went after men. You just wanted to cut the nuts off of men, Joan Scroggins, and we forced you out June 30th. Okay? So to get back to Bruno Shimek, because I'm going to burn my bridges with Bruno. Bruno, you're never getting a chance to fuck me again. That's what I do with my own family, Bruno. Once you cross the line, you prove that you're part of the banality of evil. You're the institutionalized, or you think that you're good when you're fucking just pure fucking evil. Fuck you. I'm not a sadomasochist. Sadomasochism and homosexuality is the same thing. I'll explain that later in another fucking video. You're not hiking your leg and pissing on this fire plug. So the point I was making before that last video ended prematurely was that in 2002 I was arrested in Maine for giving away marijuana. Oh yeah, furnishing marijuana. And when I came before Judge Gunther, who was a recovering alcoholic, really bad, what broke the law for decades, just like Rosemary Lindbergh in Austin, Texas, who was eventually did manage to get her fucking Democrat asshole buddies to indict my cousin, the longest serving governor of Texas for 14 years, Rick Perry, and lost. But my point is that I told Judge Gunther is that this is really strange because I haven't been in Texas for 6 months. I'm going to go back to find out what's going on. They let me go, and actually Judge Gunther was such a sweetheart. She actually saw me light up my first joint getting out of the Penobscot County Jail, etc., and begin my journey home. And fuck this shit. 8 minutes, that means I got 7. I'm not gonna sit here like some fucking little jackanape. Either Japanese or fucking Harvardese or Yankee motherfucker. I'm gonna be my natural me on the natural date. Please, I haven't drank in almost a couple of weeks. Today's the day to fucking cut loose the steam and fucking, tell the truth and talk shit on fucking YouTube. So let me go back to it. In 2002, I returned to Austin, Texas. I called my nephew attorney, Bill Kruger, and told him to call my bail bondsman, who had said that because he's actually his wife raised Bill Clinton, but he told me before he will bail me out at any time at no cost to me. My own nephew said, "Why don't you wait till Monday?" I said, "Dude, I just got through traveling like thousands of miles. My nicotine level is real low. If I go in on Friday, it just won't be as hard and shit." And then I went into Margot Frazier, Sheriff Margot Frazier, of the first lesbian sheriff of Travis County. And when I got on TV, once I got out, I pointed out that she had passed a state accreditation in there. And I said, "Margot Frazier, I was put in cells in which all the toilets didn't flush, all the air vents were clogged, and then eventually moved to where I belong because I'm a former officer. I was moved to Del Valley into administrative protective segregation in which there was no running water, and I had to wait, several times a day to just get little 8 ounces cups of water and beg for like a second one and stuff like it. It was just, and I said, you know, the thing is that the Margot Fraser is that the newspaper said that you had just been accredited as a certified jail, which my experience all the way from your Travis County pod right there next to the courthouse all the way to Del Valley means that somebody fucking lied, that you're part of the banality of evil, that you suck some dyke off or whatever. And you know what? Margot Fraser, just like many people, once I criticized them, they resigned. I want to tell you what, Bruno Shimek, you need to resign from law. Go back to writing wills and doing just like cheap civil work. Just get the fuck out of goddamn criminal law, because you have ethics problem, which I'm about to explain right now. Now, when I came back to Texas and was arrested on television and made Travis, I'm sorry, I can't remember Travis's last name. I made his television show. It was one of the most requested, most rerun shows and stuff. Was even viewed by Bruce Willis, who later took my picture and shit like that. But Travis, because the Austin PD took hours to show up after I called them and told them I'm at the Austin Access TV station ready to surrender, because I really didn't know what went on, because the photos proved I didn't plant that shit except for one photo, and that's where Bruno Shimek's fucking double standard on ethics comes in. I need to start discussing that now because I'm at 12 minutes. Now, please remember, in the first trial, Bruno asked me to endure almost 50 days of torture just to make his fucking career, make him millions of dollars, and make him one of the most famous attorneys in Texas history. Bruno Shimek, you need to go confess to Father, fuck the altar boy. That's what you need to do. Go and confess. That leaves your conscience, but it's not going to change what my testimony is against you, against God. I burn my bridges, Bruno. You keep trying to keep up bridges with your asshole family, just like my family's asshole family. It's not going to happen. So in the second trial, one of the first things that happened right off the bat was, oh my, the state of Texas always hires lots of women in the state chemist department, and they're always pregnant. And they will shuffle through paperwork, though there's no, Bruno didn't even do the paperwork. Bruno, fuck you. You didn't go and look at the people that did the original analysis or whatever alleged cannabis wasn't the same state chemist that's required to testify in court. You didn't do your fucking job, Bruno. Instead of treating me like a fucking friend and a true client, you treated me like the fucking crackheads and child molesters that you defend so vigorously, you sad motherfucker. Bruno, I'm burning the bridge right now. I've only got a minute left. So after 25 months, which is 7 months past the legal limit to bring me to trial, Bruno made some backroom deal. Yeah, all the fines, all the probation, all that shit went away because the courts already respect me as the cannabinoid expert of the world. But you, Bruno, you fucked me for the second time, and here recently you fucked me again. I had to break my foot off on your ass to get you motivated and tell you that we're done, and we are done. And I don't know whether I'm done talking about you and the banality of evil, which infests all bureaucracies of which you're a part. Bruno Shimek, you're a public defender. You may do other legal work, but you're part of the bureaucracy that's one of the many banalities of evil. You're